Here's why every single Protestant church is technically not a real church. Let me explain. So in Matthew 18:18, Jesus gives his apostles the authority to bind and loose. According to Jewish rabbinic tradition, binding and loosing is a divine authority to interpret scripture, define doctrine, and excommunicate people. And without a valid bishop, you have no church. Now, here's the problem. The Catholic, Orthodox, and a few other churches can trace their succession back to the apostles. But every Protestant church today can't, because they don't have the sacrament of holy orders. And they also don't have the Eucharist. Therefore, technically speaking, they aren't churches. To be deep in history is to cease to be Protestant.
The Protestant movement wasn't started by random guys who simply wanted to start their own church. Contrary to popular belief, it was started by well-meaning Catholics such as Jan Hus and Martin Luther. Catholics, like Luther, did not wish to start their own church. They wanted to remain within the Catholic Church in order to reform the Catholic Church from within. The issues that the reformers focused on included the selling of indulgences, this idea that you might be able to pay money in order to get yourself or someone else into heaven, the issue around not having the Bible translated into the common language, but instead its translations and its meaning being gate-kept by the Latin-speaking Catholic clergy. These and other issues were widespread across the Catholic Church at the time. This is why the Protestant movement was able to gain so much traction in the first place. Rather than address these issues, the Vatican excommunicated Luther and attempted to murder him on several occasions, as well as several other reformers. However, over time, they largely addressed the issues that the reformers were trying to get changed within the Catholic Church anyway. They did away with indulgences, and today, any Roman Catholic can read the Bible in their own language and not be taught that it's a bad thing to do so. So they fixed the issues that the reformers were bringing up. However, never at any point did they admit that they were wrong. The belief that Protestant movements are not legitimate churches comes from the idea that they don't have apostolic succession. And they don't have apostolic succession, apparently, because Luther and other reformers were excommunicated. At the end of the day, they were excommunicated for illegitimate and ungodly reasons. Since their excommunication was illegitimate, that means that reformers like Luther still did in fact have apostolic succession, and so do Protestants today.